观众朋友们，大家好，我是中华电视的主席，我叫束垂英。今天我和大家相聚在这里，来共同见证一个重要的时刻。因为在这期节目里，我们不仅为了庆祝中华电视开播2周年，还宣告澳大利亚文化艺术联盟成立。它标志着我们新的旅程开始，这将会是一个十分美妙的旅程。回想2年前的中华电视开创之时，我们就决定不仅要记录华人团体和华人在澳洲的生活，还要把多元文化在澳洲社会的融合，把现代澳洲社会多民族的和谐生活呈现给世人。我们在2013年4月28日启动一个全国性的倡议，汇聚多种族艺术家和艺术团体，共同传播多元文化。这个行动正是中华电视开播2周年最好的庆祝活动，把不同的文化聚集在一起，彼此分享、融合。今天，让我们点起中华电视开播2周年的生日蜡烛，同时也为澳大利亚文化艺术联盟擂鼓吹筝。
我是马罗马，
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the launch of Australian Art and Culture Federation.
And welcome also to a truly Australian journey, a journey across language and ethnicity, a journey towards a world in which people from all over the planet can live together side by side.
你问我爱你有多深，我爱你有几分，我的情也真，我的爱也真，月亮代表我的心。你问我爱你有多深，我爱你有几分，我的情不移，我的爱不变，月亮代表我的心。
The Australian Art and Culture Federation believes that cultural understanding and harmony can be fostered through the arts.
We believe that different cultural, language and ethnic groups can build effective, permanent and personal bridges through both individual and community engagement with both artists and the art they create, whether it's music, film, food, or visual arts.
Art has the ability to tap into things that are universal. And when people are exposed to art and get directly involved in it, they come to understand the common humanity that we all share.
But today is also special for another reason, because today is the second anniversary of Zhong TV.
And maybe you're wondering what this has to do with the Australian Art and Culture Federation, but the answer is simple.
Because at Zhong TV, we've been practicing cross-cultural creativity every day for the last 2 years, and this is where the inspiration for the Australian Art and Culture Federation came from.
We are very conscious of the fact that this country has been built on the back of migrants.
Working to be there in each other's media and explaining what our countries are doing. These are all important things to strengthening the ties between our two nations.
There's a lot of talk about multiculturalism. Some people even think it's a bad idea. But what we've discovered over the past 2 years is that creativity and cultural understanding work very well together.
We reckon that Australia's multicultural model is something we can all be pretty proud of. And one of the best ways of promoting that is by highlighting the work of Aussie artists from across the cultural spectrum.
And that's why we are here today, because today marks the beginning of the Australian Art and Culture Federation's very first exhibition tour.
The 2013 Roaming Australia exhibition is all about showcasing this country's cultural, artistic and regional diversity. And that's why we're filming it.
Together with the exhibition tour, the Zhong TV documentary will showcase the Australian art and multiculturalism to the audiences at home and in China.
Although we live in a world where ethnic divides and cultural differences remain, we also live in a world made smaller by the possibilities of travel and technology.
While politics and religion are often used to divide us, art, like personal contact, has the power to create more than just pretty pictures.
Up next, we retrace the evolution of the Australian Art and Culture Federation and drop in on the official launch. Although the official launch ceremony for the Australian Art and Culture Federation took place here in Melbourne just last week, the initial inspiration happened in Shanghai at the World Expo in 2010, when Xinhua TV's founder Chu Ying-su was invited to visit the official Australian pavilion to make a presentation of her book, A Dream-Seeking Journey. However, it wasn't until last month that the very first meeting of what was to become the board of the Australian Art and Culture Federation took place. with representatives from fellow broadcaster SBS, La Trobe University, the federal government and others from Australia's multicultural community gathering to set the ball rolling on the Federation's very first touring exhibition.
我知道呢，我们今天请来的所有的嘉宾呢，都是对多元文化的宣传推广非常有建树的人，而且都是非常有成就的人。所以呢，那我也相信我们今天的筹备会议呢，也一定会能有很好的起步。
Yeah. So many distinguished guests here are all great achievers who have done a lot in this multiculturalism and cultural exchange context in here. So Ms. Su believes definitely this meeting will be a very successful meeting. We'll have great outcomes after this meeting.
Dialogue is really what it's all about. I'm Deputy Director of the Centre for Dialogue at La Trobe University. We are involved in an Australia-China dialogue with PKU University and with our own Centre for Chinese Studies there. And one of the areas that we really want to promote and advance is dialogue through culture.
We've been appointed by the Prime Minister last year, and this is our second year. And also I work at Victoria University. I'm a community engagement advisor. And the SBS board member, and it's a great honor to be invited to come here and discuss this very important initiative, and I would like to say thank you for having me, and I will give 100% support for this initiative.
Finally, on April 28, 2013, the stage was set for the Australian Art and Culture Federation to officially announce itself. At a ceremony at RMIT in Melbourne, the Federation's dream of fostering cross-cultural harmony through art was set in motion.
Very much. Obviously, we're here this afternoon to launch the Australian Art and Culture Federation, and also to kind of have a little bit of a second birthday party for Zhong TV.
我们澳大利亚中华文化基金会在这个崭新的文化殿堂宣告澳大利亚文化艺术联盟成立，启动寻找澳洲澳大利亚文化艺术成长。这是澳洲社会多元文化开出一道美妙的鲜花。
It's about sharing, and art is one way of sharing. And this exhibition is traveling right across all the states in Australia, and it'll be staged in 13 different cities. And I wish all Australians of all backgrounds would be flocking to those exhibitions and enjoying it and cherishing it, because it is not just about the Chinese culture, it is about the openness, the acceptance, the respect of other people's culture as well.
Today we are launching the Australia Art and Cultural Federation. The Australia Art and Culture Federation will create an opportunity for multicultural artists to exhibit and tour their work both at home and in mainland China. Australian Art and Culture Federation provides a forum through the arts to ensure acceptance and understanding of cultural diversity locally and internationally to achieve inclusion. The Australian Art and Cultural Federation aims to hit the ground running and have the first touring exhibitions later this year. In addition to that, the exhibition and two will be documented for television in both Australia and China. I hope SBS would be part of this journey too.
At the heart of both the Australian Art and Cultural Federation and Zhong TV is the idea that creative expression through various art forms is something that can make us aware of the things that different cultural groups share. It's an idea that is increasingly understood and accepted in 21st century Australia.
Art is a
art it's a communication form that which can in fact speak to different cultural groups, and we've done that. We have African groups, Bhutanese groups, and the capacity to penetrate and work with them, both individually and collectively, has been very, very important for us in trying to bring communities together. And that, and I'm not sure you're aware, there's a group called Multicultural Arts Victoria, and they do a fantastic job of using art as a medium to promote multiculturalism. So that is the essence of why art is important, and this is why we're supportive of what's happening.
The role of art, you don't have to speak English to express your feelings. So someone who have never had an opportunity to speak English can present himself and pass a message through art. It plays a big role in terms of who you are, where you come from, and where you would like to take this into the Australian, the wider community.
彩云归，贺澳大利亚文化艺术联盟启航。
The return of the beautiful clouds.
多元艺术聚学堂，启航程，走访家乡。如日行，询问人间事，波乐活，美丽重放。要知道，各族人喜，引昌生敬长。此应是澳亚佳话，遍布迷香。
Today, we begin our journey, not only around Australia, but into the soul of many cultures. On our journey, we will connect with many, share our joy, and be rejuvenated by the experience of beauty. For the earth of many gardens shall make the flowers more beautiful, and the fruits of Australasian harmony will sing for the whole world.
流长朝时暮想，树中情，互道尊邦。相携最美，心许安乐，世界流芳。走四方，风餐露宿，种
爱心不相忘。情流处，播撒真正思想。
On our journey, we will dance together with romance, passion, respect, and the song of many cultures shall fill our hearts with joy and peace and create timeless music for the whole world, so that no matter how hard the journey, love can prevail and the true spirits shall shine for all mankind. Thank you.
It is perhaps no surprise that the launch of the Australian Art and Culture Federation and the second birthday of ZHTV were timed to coincide, because ever since its inception in April 2011, ZHTV has been exploring the link between creative expression and cultural harmony.
我也非常感慨，这个我们的在墨尔本的华人华侨，在我们这给我们的多元文化表现了多姿多彩的一面。相信我们的华人华侨会为我们的澳大利亚，会给我们的墨尔本，给我们的维多利亚州增添更大的贡献。
One of the most common criticisms of mainstream Australian media is that it remains largely monocultural. For broadcasters like SBS and ZHTV, the challenge of portraying the cultural diversity of Australia in a positive and representative way sits at the very core of both their philosophy and their programming.
Some media, mainstream and otherwise, see multiculturalism differently and they portray it in a bad light. And it creates issues in the community, it creates, a less than harmonious capacity for us to live together. And I think the media has a tremendous role to play to help communities understand, but also promote that harmony and that unity. And so media is definitely very important in our makeup of what it is to be a multicultural society.
Our media is really important for the multicultural. It's a kind of a USB storage, and it's a kind of a promotion, to push the culture spread, and it also store lots of background of culture together, and then you can broadcast it. So media is really important.
That's where SBS stands for, is helping the community from different background to be able to express their feelings about Australia being their home. And that's what is very important. And media plays an important role in terms of putting a label on people, or putting a great way of promoting, educating, entertaining people through different media.
Congratulate Zhong because you've done a great job. And I'm not saying it because you're interviewing me. I've seen the handiwork, what you guys do out there, promoting in a very vibrant way the real aspect of what culture is. You tell the good stories, the real story. The stories of individuals and collective communities, and you've done it very well.
今天我们中华电视开播2周年，这2年我们拍摄了很多澳洲的民族融合、文化交融、种族交往、社团互助、 人心交流的故事。在这些故事里，无一不张扬人性的美好追求。这是中华电视的真情奉献，也是中华电视全体员工的共同努力。我们还很微小，我们需要感召。在中华电视开播2周年之际，我们宣告成立澳大利亚文化艺术联盟，就是要让更多的爱心人士和我们一起传播真情。